morning, everyone. Welcome to another vlog. I decided that I wanted to film a little spend the week with me weekly vlog. Not weekly, I don't do them every week, but you know what I mean. Spend the week with me. I'm pretty much gonna vlog every single day, or at least I'll try. I don't know what I'm doing this week, so honestly this might just be like spend the week with a girl who stays in her room all the time, because I feel like all I've been doing recently is studying, going to an event here and there, like family or friend event, and then coming back to my room to sleep. So that might just be all we're doing this week. I actually am starting the video with a vacuuming montage, which I know, peak content right there. That is so riveting. I understand that. But also I feel like it's realistic, and sometimes what I'm in the mood to watch is somebody who is just showing the things that they do during a normal, average, day-to-day kind of time span, and just showing a normal week in their lives, because sometimes I feel like these influencers can become a little bit out of touch with reality and a little bit not relatable anymore, because they're just out doing things every day and it's all they're filming, when in reality they are probably spending a lot of time at home. They just don't really want to show that. But I do. I want to show that. I want to be real for you. Obviously, I'm not like an influencer yet. One day, never say never, of course. That's what we're leading up to. But I feel like still it can come across like I am doing so many fun, exciting things and I spend no time at home, when in reality, like 80% of my time is spent right here. So that's exactly what I'm going to try and film for you. The really exciting thing happening at the end of the week, however, there is a very exciting thing, is I'm going to my second prom. It is my best friend's school, so I'm going to be accompanying her to her prom like she did for me, and I'm really excited. I feel like this is a really great hack, honestly. If you have a friend that goes to a different school, try and like become their +1 for prom, if they don't have a date, of course, because you can experience prom from the lens of not an outsider, but kind of like an outside lens, and you don't have to worry about it. My prom was before this one. I filmed it. If you want to see that, I'll try and link it down below. But for my prom, I was so stressed out, especially the getting ready part. Like, I didn't film any of me getting ready, so I might film me getting ready for prom at the end of this week, since I'm not going to be stressed out and crazy and like scared of the night ahead of me. And that is on Friday, so I will of course film some of that. I'll probably bring you with me in my pocket, and you can come to a second prom with me. I won't film as much as I did for mine. Even though I didn't film much for mine, I feel like it was my prom. I wanted to have my camera out, but I don't want to like intimidate people. I don't want to have a camera in everybody else's face. I have just spent today pretty much doing nothing. I got ready, I did my makeup. I feel like it went pretty well. I actually realized that I may or may not have been curling my eyelashes wrong this whole time, because I actually went to the root today and I like went and like fully curled them. I think I might have just been scared before. I don't know why I didn't do it like that in the past, but I do think I see a difference. So you live and you learn. I feel like I'm learning new things every day, and that is the beauty and joy of living. I also, you may notice, have been embracing my natural hair. This is, okay, I would say this is my natural hair. Technically it's not, because I did use a product and I put them in braids to dry. And my goal this summer, if you saw when I curled my hair for a video, I'll link that down below as well, of course, but when I did that video, I talked about how I want to lean into my natural hair this summer and really experiment and learn what works for me. And I feel like part of the reason I want to do that is to damage my hair less and use less heat on it. And I would also love to just do this if I ever end up going to Europe in the future. I don't know why that's like a thing in my head, but I really want to explore the world one day, and I know that it's really difficult to find heat tools from the US that will be compatible in Europe, and I just think it would be so much easier if I could just do my natural hair like this and not have to worry. So anyway, welcome to a week in my life, and I will see you probably a little bit later. Long time no see. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever, even though it'll only feel like a couple of seconds for you. I have pretty much gone this entire week without filming anything somehow, so I'm gonna try to make up for that today and tomorrow and Sunday, and then hopefully upload like Sunday night into Monday. Tonight is senior prom. I'm not a senior, but as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I'm going to my best friend's prom, and she is a senior. So actually, I think it's like a combined junior senior prom, if I am not mistaken, but I did the base of my hair. I am still doing my series on Instagram where I'm like experimenting with prom hair. It's just not finished until after this prom. That's why it's so late for that fourth or fifth part, the last part basically. So I'm gonna probably film that next week or the week after, depending on when I have time, because obviously today I was waiting to see what worked and what didn't. I did the base of my hair. It's looking fine. I feel like the shape of it's really good. I think the curls will actually last. It's just looking weirdly like very frizzy. I feel like you can tell. Like it just has like flyaways, and I don't really know what I did differently. The only thing I did differently this time to preserve the curls, I put it in like a bun claw clip situation for school. I don't know if that made a difference or not, but whatever. Another thing I did differently for this prom was I started using my self-tan like 5 days ago instead of like the night before. So I feel like I look way tanner. You can see a tan line, and that's, you know, as good as we're gonna get. But I think it's gonna look good with my dress and everything. So I'm just starting on my makeup. I have a little bit under an hour, which is crazy. I feel like I'm always running behind, but today I'm actually not. Like my hair is pretty much all done. I just want to use some product to make it less frizzy before I leave. And then I got to put on my dress after I do my makeup and spray some perfume, pack my bag, and get out the door. We are taking pictures at the same spot. So if you watched my actual prom vlog, which again will be linked down below, we're going to the exact same spot, so it might look familiar. There's not really anything else for me to update you on. My week at school is pretty uneventful. We didn't really do much. I feel like, I don't know what it is. It might be the phase of my menstrual cycle or whatever. Isn't that a thing where during certain phases of it, so certain months and times of the year, you look more attractive? Not to like toot my own horn, so to speak, but I feel like compared to the base face I was working with for my prom, I feel like I look better this time, and that's a good sign because that means that I don't have to be perfect with my makeup. Not saying that I was ugly or anything, and not saying that I look completely different, because I probably don't look any different to anyone watching, but I noticed a difference this morning, and that just made my day a little bit better and a little easier. I'm just kind of doing like my natural everyday makeup and then adding some stuff on top of it to make it look more fancy. And I'm doing dress last because if anything gets on that dress, I think I would have a mental breakdown. I'm excited to see what songs they play this time. I hope they're better than what we got, because you might remember if you saw that video that I was freaking out over the DJ, and I was not freaking out over the songs he was playing. I was freaking out over his transitions. Like he would transition from one song to the next and it was so good. Like Hit Me Baby One More Time, he went from Party in the USA when she says, and the Britney song was on, to Hit Me Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. And that was just life-changing and made me realize that one day I'm gonna need to go to 2000s clubs. So that's a thing. I was not the biggest fan of the songs that he chose to play, and that is not an unpopular opinion. I have talked to many people at my school about it, and everybody kind of had the same agreement. Like transitions were good, the vibes were there. It wasn't bad, but it could have been better. So I'm interested to see what Rachel's school will play, because I went to their homecoming and the songs there were really good actually. I was having a great time. They played Espresso, not one Sabrina Carpenter song to be found at my prom. Also, which I found surprising, not a single Charlie XCX song at my prom. And I found that to be not good and not okay, because if you're gonna have a prom or a dance or literally any kind of party, like at least throw in Party For You, 360, 365, like what are we doing? So hopefully they play Charlie XCX. But also the thing that I hated about my prom, hate is a strong word. I didn't hate my prom. I thought my prom was amazing. But one thing that I wish could be different in my memories is that they had a little song request piece of paper on each table. They put out a Google form like a week before prom. They asked for song recommendations. Did I leave one then? No, I wasn't feeling up to it. I was like, I want to see what they're gonna do without my help. And then when I was there and hearing what they were playing, I was like, oh, maybe they do need my help. So I requested a couple songs. I think I mentioned that in the video. And they didn't play a single one of them. And I found that to be a little bit odd. Like at first, it was kind of normal. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. You know, one person's request out of the insane amount of kids at my school is not that deep. But then I realized they weren't playing any requests, and they actually had a set list, like a concert. The song request thing didn't even need to be there because the songs that they played were to the exact list, from what I've heard and what I know, that they were given. So no requests made it on the playlist. Those were pre-chosen, and they just lied. I might take a little break because I want to save the battery on my camera, come back when I have more of a full face on, and I also kind of want to low-key listen to my playlist, which would get copyrighted. So we found her. We're keeping the table safe. It's also really pretty out here. We were not up here for my prom.
It's only adding to the vibe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so happy it's raining.
Me too. And I'm glad we didn't get caught in the rain for pictures, but it's raining now.
Exactly.
Although I did want to take a picture over there.
I know, the balcony.
Is it raining?
Oh my god. The lights. When it gets dark, it's gonna be like...
We gotta come out here. When is sunset? Let's look it up right now.
We should.
I don't know what that is. That's steak.
Steak? What? It looks a little dry.
That's what I was about to say. Sort of different.
Some things are the same.
Yeah, some things are the same, but it's
like they had penne alla vodka last time and mac and cheese.
yeah. Honestly, I prefer this food. I feel like it's better.
Also, I feel like you know what they're doing dessert?
I don't know.
Candy out there. Last time they had
Last time
but like at Samantha's they
It
had
was
like
so good.
eclairs,
Cannolis.
ice cream.
yeah. Cannolis, eclairs.
Last year. Oh yeah, no. Last year was.
They had an ice cream bar at ours, so I hope it's good.
I hope so too. Don't mind me just eating,
Yeah, I was doing a mukbang.
vibing with my food. Oh my god, mukbang.
Yeah. We just got out of a house.
Does that mean we technically went to an after party?
No. No.
No, we did not.
No, we played Cards Against Humanity, and then we played what's it called?
Categories.
Yeah, that was my first time playing that. That was really fun. Yeah, prom was so fun. I'm exhausted and I can't feel my feet or hear anything. Yeah, same. I just got back from the bagel place and I wanted to do a quick little haul of everything we got. We also stopped, which I think I showed you, but we also stopped at one of our local grocery stores to get some dessert because my uncle is actually coming to stay. I wanted to give you a quick little haul of the stuff that we got. We didn't get much. We got bagels, obviously. I'm not going to show you those because they're in a bag over there and that's just like a mess to get them out. I specifically got a plain bagel and a blueberry bagel because if you're not getting blueberry bagels or if you don't like blueberry bagels, what is wrong? What is wrong? Like seriously, they are so good. Anyway, I also love this bagel place in particular because they have some crazy cream cheese flavors why did I say it like that? Cream cheese flavors. One time we got cannoli cream cheese and I was just in shock. Blueberry, because you're kidding me, that's actually gonna be so fire with a blueberry bagel. This is just box, not for me. And then the desserts, which in my opinion, the most exciting part. I mean, bagels are exciting and cream cheese is exciting, but you know, I got brownies. These just look really good. They don't look good in this because you can't see them. My uncle was like, literally get whatever you want. Like, he didn't really have a preference. I wasn't sure what to get. I was gonna get Loft House cookies, but then we ended up not having enough time because yesterday I was just running around because of school and then prom and then the after party type of thing. So we didn't have time. So I was gonna get those, but then we went to a different store. And then I also got some little mini black and white cookies, which I've never had mini ones before, but these look really good. And a black and white cookie is always gonna hit for me, I fear. So that is what I ended up getting. Pretty much have the house to myself for an hour. I don't really know what to do. I'm probably just gonna watch YouTube edit this video because I wanna get it up tomorrow or Monday. And maybe read. We could talk about my book if you want. I mean, it's kind of exciting. I love filming here because it feels like my own little cooking show. I love it so much. And our fridge is a fancy fridge, so it's not magnetic, so it just looks even more realistic, like a TV show. Maybe I can film some cooking videos here this summer because one of my, I was about to say New Year's resolutions, one of my summer resolutions, I really want to get into cooking and obviously baking too, but I feel like I do that enough already. But cooking, on the other hand, which I think is honestly more important than baking because baking is like a sweet little treat here and there, but cooking is like every day. I want to get good at it for college. I want to know what I'm doing. And I feel like I know what I'm doing. You know, I've been in cooking classes before as a volunteer, like camp counselor. So I know what I'm doing, but I want to perfect it. I want to become a really good cook. I want to be known for my cooking and my baking. And I want to feed people. Like, low key, I'm Italian. I feel like that's just the thing to do. When you grow up in an Italian family, you are raised by people who want to feed you and feed everybody around them. And that's what I want to do. Like, I want my house in the future to be so inviting that you just walk in, you smell food cooking, you smell something baking. I came over here to talk about my book and I'm not doing that. So let me talk about my book instead. I am obsessed. This is a trilogy. I talked about this in like 3 videos. I feel like I yap about these books all the time ever since I read them like a month or 2 ago. This is the Shepard King trilogy. This is the second book in the trilogy, Two Twisted Crowns. The first one is One Dark Window. I feel like if you have heard anything about this trilogy, you would have heard it about One Dark Window. I feel like all I saw about those books were negative reviews. Tell me why these are the best fantasy books I've ever read. Tell me why these remind me of Throne of Glass, yet I prefer them to Throne of Glass, which is a crazy, crazy statement coming from me. This is how you write fantasy. Her descriptions, her magic system, her world building. It's so easy to understand while also remaining complex, and I'm just obsessed. I'm on the second book right now, and I'm honestly like 3/4 of the way done with it. I'm very excited to finish it, but I'm also dreading finishing it because the third book isn't out yet. All I have wanted to do recently is read, and that's not the best for exam season and the end of the school year, but summer better watch out. And also, if you want to keep up with my real-time reading updates and responses to whatever book I'm reading or whatever even chapter I'm reading, follow or friend me. Actually, friend me on Goodreads because I will friend you back. I friend everybody back. I always link my socials, including my Goodreads, down below. Also Instagram, of course. I feel like I'm just plugging myself right now, but I mean, sometimes you gotta do that. My Instagram is where you'll find like all real-time updates on life stuff. Like Goodreads is for the book real-time updates, and then Instagram is for like anything else. Honestly, it feels like you're on my private story most of the time. I don't have a private story on that account. I might see you later. I might see you Sunday. I might see you when I end this video. Who knows? I have no idea. Or I might not see you at all, and it might just be like the black screen with words on it telling you that I'm ending the video. I have no idea, but I'm gonna leave it here.